everyone, and welcome to another segment of Eat, Sweep, and Be Savvy. 3 quick and easy tips to help keep you healthy, staying tidy, and on budget. So, you know the routine. Tip number 1, eat. We're going to talk about fiber today. So, we're told all the time that we need fiber in our diets. But what is fiber and where does it come from and why do we need it? So fiber comes from lots of different foods in our diet, such as vegetables, fruit, whole grains, whole wheat bread, multigrain bread, beans, lentils, chickpeas, brown rice, lots of that good stuff. It helps us to improve our digestion. It helps slow down our digestion in our stomach so that we're better able to control our blood sugars. We're feeling fuller longer, we're more satisfied with our meals, and we're better able to regulate our appetites. Because when you're more satisfied with your meal, it helps you to make better decisions throughout the day. Now, most adults get only half of the fiber that they need in a day. So a lot of the time we need to do some extra work to read those labels and find out which foods have more fiber in them. If you're getting fiber-rich foods at every meal, you're probably doing quite well. And if not, then maybe you start with one meal and try to add something that has fiber in it. If you're increasing your fiber, we need to talk about hydration like we did in the last video. It's really important to make sure that you're increasing your water intake if you're increasing your fiber, because you don't want to end up with constipation, which can happen if you're taking in too much fiber and not enough fluid. So our second tip, sweep, is about utilizing your vacuum. So we want to use the vacuum as often as possible because it does a better job of picking up all that dirt and sand and griminess, especially if you have pets and they're dragging stuff in the house all the time or their hair is on the floor. A vacuum just does a better job. Especially, when you're sweeping up into that dustpan at the end of your sweeping job, you always end up with that line on the ground that you just can't seem to get. The other thing too is if you're going to mop your floors, it is best to not only vacuum beforehand, but also vacuum after, because it helps to make sure that you didn't miss anything. Or if any extra dirt was pulled up off that floor from the mop, it'll get picked up when you vacuum afterwards. Area rugs and entrance rugs, doorways, feel free to vacuum those twice because they are high traffic areas and tend to have the most dirt and grime. Your vacuum can be a really good tool in keeping your house nice and clean, but make sure that you also keep the vacuum nice and clean. You need to make sure that you are emptying the vacuum regularly and cleaning out any clogs or any hair that gets wrapped around that beater bar and things like that. Make sure you're cleaning out the filter so it works best for you. And finally, our last tip, be savvy. Plan to only go to the grocery store once a week or less. If you're going more often, you are going to buy more things. Have you ever gone to the grocery store and to buy one thing and you come out with 4 or 5 things? It happens all the time. So the less often we go into the stores, the less often we're going to be making impulse buys and buying things that we don't need. So that's it for my tips today. And also this is our last video, even though it seems a little bit shorter to me. Those are our 6 videos in the series, and I hope these tips have been helpful for you and you are getting the most out of them. So have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.